Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a look that I came up with, just kind of messing around with a few new products. Wanted to come up with something nice and bright and summery and warm, and this is what I came up with. So if you want to see how I did this look, you're in the right place, keep watching. So I've already prepped my face. I'm going to start out by using the number 2 of the Professional Pore Minimizing Makeup by Benefit. It's a very odd product, and I've been using this one for a little while now. I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about this one. It only comes in 5 shades, and this is the second shade. The first one is way too light and also tends to be sold out pretty constantly. So this is the number 2 shade, and the number 3 would be way too dark for me, but you can see that that color still isn't, you know, really accurate for me. But again, there's only 5 shades, so I do find that this is a good mattifying primer, but I would not use this as a foundation just by itself, even though it's marketed as though you can. But I do find for summer that it's a good mattifying primer to disguise pores and blemishes underneath your makeup. For foundation, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth in shade 120. This has been one of my favorite drugstore foundations as of late, so I've been using this one quite a bit. And you can see that I'm just using this to blend out the rest of my face and to blend out the Benefit that I put on previously. It is a bit dark, so I'm using this also to lighten the Benefit. And you can see I've got my nice wacky tan going on and my lovely pale neck that has apparently never seen sun before, so I am going to do foundation on my neck just to blend that out and try to make me look like I'm sort of one color. Always the fun of summertime. See, check out that tan line. What are you gonna do? And of course, my forehead. I'm just gonna pat that in. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to show you, I'm using the NYX Hydrating Primer. Been one of my favorites here as of late for summer because it makes a good moisturizer as well as a primer, and I really like a lot fewer layers on my skin. Plus, this foundation already has SPF in it, so I don't need a foundation primer that has an SPF. I'm using the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, and oh, I would like to point out that somebody really should teach me what my makeup model face should be, because I really don't make a very good one. And there we go. I'm just gonna use that to contour. Some nice warm. And then for my bronze, I'm gonna use my Butter Bronzer in light bronze. And I'm gonna do that just around my hairline as well. By the way, folks, foundation in blonde hair is just as much of a problem for blondes as it is for brunettes, so that's life. And I'm going to do under my jawline. I don't normally do that, but all of my foundations are a bit light at the moment, so we're going to warm that up just a bit. So part of what inspired this whole look and what I was messing around with was I wanted to use a couple of new palettes that I got, including the Blush Neutrals palette from BH Cosmetics. I picked this one up in their most recent or one of their recent sales, and I hadn't given this one a shot yet. So this is kind of a first impression, but kind of I was just messing around with the palette, but I do like the way it turned out. So I will be doing some more looks with that palette. One of the things I like best about this palette is the fact that it includes both blushes and eyeshadows. One of the things that I find really annoying is trying to get my blush to be a good tone to go with whatever my eyeshadow look is, and if they're already coordinated, you don't have to worry about that. And you guys know that I'm not a huge fan of the Afterglow palette, mostly because of the duplication and the deceptive amount of product. You guys have seen that in a previous video if you've watched my older videos. But I do like the finish that it gives, and it's a nice summery glow, hence Afterglow. So I thought it would turn out really well. Plus, you know I like to use the products that I buy, so. Look at that glow. And speaking of using up products that I buy, this is my NYX HD eyeshadow primer. I'm not a huge fan of this one, but I did think that it would, you know, help the eyeshadow stick since I wanted these to be fairly vibrant. I'm just going to tap that in with my ring finger just to smooth it out, and I'm going to wait until that gets nice and tacky. This is my Sigma all over blending brush. And I'm going to use that with this caramel color, and I'm going to put that in my crease. And you can see how dark that got. One, because these eyeshadows do really have quite a bit of pigment to them, but two, because of the eyeshadow primer that I used. That stuff's a little bit hard to work with for that reason. It really does make your eyeshadow adhere, but it makes it also harder to blend. So notice that I'm dabbing that rather than swiping that in order to try to get that to blend out. And to help that blend out just a little bit more, that is my Sigma airbrush blender, and I'm taking the lightest shade in the bottom of the palette, and I'm blending that in. And I wanted something warm, so I wanted to play with these pinks. Nothing says summer like a nice coral. At least not to me. So I'm going to take this nice light and I'm going to use that to brighten up my lid. And this brush is the Lamora Classic Shader. And that is my airbrush blender. And I'm going to run that same color just right under my eyes. And this is the Foils eyeshadow palette from BH Cosmetics. It has all kinds of nifty colors in it, but they all have a nice sheen to them. So the reason I grabbed this is I wanted to brighten up my lid just a little bit more. So I'm going to grab some of that light shade, and I'm just going to use that to give a little bit of shimmer and blend in with that pink and give that just a nice summery glow. A lot of times for blending such as this, it really does work just as well to use your finger. So I'm going to grab a nice mint shade because I really do like mint, and I think it goes very nice with coral, and I wanted to put them together. And this is my LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. I find myself using this quite frequently, especially now in the summertime, because I really like the nice natural look I can get with my brows. Now don't get me wrong, I like the overdrawn brows and I like my pomades, but some days you just want a little bit more natural. And this too is a first impressions. I just got the Roller Lash Mascara from Benefit Cosmetics. And this, I'm torn on this mascara. The brush is a little odd. It gave a really nice finish, and it didn't make my lashes sticky. It did a really good job, but the brush is a little hard to work with, so it's going to take some practice. And I'm just going to line my eyes just a little bit. And this is my Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Eye Booster. One of my favorite go-tos. I kind of just switch around between that, the NYX Epic ink, and the Kat Von D tattoo liner. And they're all pretty well equivalent. There are things I like better about each one of them and things I like worse, but we'll save that for another video. See that dot there? Yeah, that wasn't on purpose. That's okay, we'll fix it. I'm gonna fix it by turning it into a heart. I'm drawing this with my Renaissance Flick eyeliner by Makeup Revolution. It has a nice stiff point on it, and I thought it might help in getting the outline shape. I really like it as an eyeliner. I don't know that I would use it for this particular purpose again. But hey, when you're just messing around, no harm in messing around. That one took some effort, and I'm still not entirely sold that that was a heart shape, but when in doubt, put some glitter on it. That is the NYX glitter and the NYX glitter primer. And I'm just going to throw the primer right in that. Be really careful when you're using this stuff, by the way. It really is some nice glitter glue, but the glitter will stick wherever you get it. So it's really, really important to get the primer just exactly where you want glitter and know where you don't. Alrighty, there's some glitter. That even kind of looks like the heart I was going for now. I'm going to set all this mess using my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Heavens knows it's sweaty outside, and anything to stick this mess on my face is a good thing. Speaking of sticking things on my face to not move, you guys have heard me talk about the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink, and here's one of them now. This one is in the color Dreamer. I love this stuff. I don't even bother to take it with me when I leave. It stays so well. You can eat, you can drink, you can do whatever. It just doesn't come off. In fact, you usually have to take it off with makeup remover. The applicator is also very precise. And I think that needed a little bit warming up. So this is the Urban Decay Vice High Performance Top Coat, something like that, in the color Fever. And there you go. Look at that nice sheen. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a like. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.